Well, that was annoying that it went around twice. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, how are you, my lovelies? Guys, I think this is going to be the new time for Tuesdays. And this is why. My good friends over at the Tarot Guild, which I just joined last week, they have a 2:00 live. So what's going to happen is we're magically going to transport over there and hang out with the Tarot Guild after this fun reading. And again, my filter's not working, so I look every inch of my 55 years. Hi, Debbie. Good morning to you, my dear. You're up at an ungodly hour. This is middle of the night for you. Is it not? So, Deshi Deepa, yes, you can ask questions. Please use the super chat feature or the PayPal link to request a reading. Let me see. The PayPal link is up at the top. Hi, Julianne. Good to see you. 3 a.m. Look at you, Debbie. Look at you. Debbie, what is weighing on your mind? Oh, you love my shirt. Thank you. This is, I don't even know if this is a real deck. I think it's a fake deck. Hi, Susan. Hope you're doing well. My hair is not cooperating. I got to get in with Steven, but we are super, super busy trying to get the kids ready to go off to college. Angus is going on the 10th, and Ella will be going the following week. I will have 0 children in here. Well, Debbie, let's see why you can't sleep. I'm going to throw you some cards. Let's see why you can't sleep. We're going to be using the Choose Your Own Adventure deck. And I think I identified the Johnny Depp deck. It's not Johnny Depp's deck. This is just the deck that I call my Johnny Depp deck. But the Naked Heart Tarot, I think we're going to be using both of those. I do have the Fergus Hall still on my table. But we've got some fun stuff here. All right. So let's do this. Itchy ear. You guys getting allergies and your ears get itchy? My ear canals get itchy with allergies. So, all right, Debbie, why can't you sleep? What is going on? Let me see. 5 of Pentacles. Death card, 2 of Wands, and the Movement of Pentacles. So it's your wheels are turning because you've got too many responsibilities, but they're self-inflicted responsibilities. You've got to delegate some of the stuff in your world to other people. So what does that look like? That looks like sometimes getting takeout instead of making dinner, and sometimes hiring a cleaning crew to come in quarterly just to do a deep dive in your house, or not coloring your own hair and going to your colorist like I should be doing pronto, because my roots are getting long. I got some deep roots here. They are. Oh, and Keith, you are awesome. Keith, guys, go over and give him a sub as well. Annabelle, as you enjoy reading these words, realize how your allergies, discomfort just automatically and naturally fades into your deepest peace and comfort more with every healing breath. Yes, and yes. Let him go. Let him go. I'm not allergic to the world. Not allergic to the world. So, fun fact about me, I have way too many cats and I'm allergic to cats. So go figure that one out. I do take allergy medicine, but I am allergic to cats. Indeed. The grades are coming through. Yeah. So Debbie, delegate some of those responsibilities out. Remember, guys, we are going to magically go over to the Tarot Guild after this, where some new friends, Dax, is running the show over there. He's so nice and so gentle and very, very spiritual. So if you guys are looking for spiritual guidance, that is the place to go. I was talking to him about my gossipy, groovy readings that I do over here. We were having a laugh about it. But let's giddy up, Buttercup. So there we go. Debbie, build a big, beautiful, I said a big, beautiful bill. Big, beautiful support network. My strong and resourceful friend. Yeah, just delegate some responsibilities, Debbie. Sometimes we got to do that. Let's check it out. I am going to, after the Tarot Guild ends at 3:00, I am going to be doing the series on the Meghan Markle visit to MasterChef Australia. I'm going to be doing a 4-part series on that. 3 parts are going to be available to everybody today, tomorrow, and Thursday. And Friday, or actually, I'm just going to give my membership the bonus video when all of them drop, so they'll have it. Membership, you will have access to the entire series as soon as it's done. And the rest of the world will get them later today, tomorrow, and the next day. And they won't get the 4th part because the 4th part is just for you guys. I have a couple of fun things that I think I'm going to be doing as well. But Brian Kohberger, I think I want to talk about him a little bit. I know it's a little bit of a dark thing to kick off with, but I think it's something we should be talking about. This is an article from, until we get some supers, I'm gonna do some indulgent readings here. This is an article through CNN, Taylor Romine and Emily Smith. They are both with CNN. Over a year ago, Brian Kohberger was accused of killing the 4 University of Idaho students. Made a stunning courtroom admission. Are you pleading guilty? He said yes. His defense team had been taking some time to try and get him off. The victims, Ethan Chapin, 20, Kaylee Goncalves, 21, Zana Kernodle, 20, and Madison Mogan, 21. Lives cut very short. Anushka, this is a paid reading room, so you can do super chat or super sticker. Actually do super chat and put your question in, or you can do a PayPal and then put it all in bold. Let me know. I will check your PayPal before I read for you. So it is a paid reading room. So Anushka, spasiba. I think you possibly are Paruski or Ruski, not Paruski. You're not in Russian. But would love to get a super from you. You want one, yes or no? Okay, just put it in all caps and I'll mark it after I get done with this. Okay, I'll throw you a freebie. I'll throw you a freebie. So we'll even do we'll do a little bit of this. Shouldn't have dropped that quite so abruptly. So Brian Kohberger changed his plea a month before the jury trial, and it did help him avoid the taking him off the world stage penalty. They do still have that in Idaho, and he was sentenced to life in prison. Now he was claiming that his he had ineffective assistance from his attorney, and that the plea was not entered knowingly or voluntarily because it induced unkept promises. His plea was induced by threats from the attorney, he said in a court document filed Monday. I'm going to read that again. All right, Anushka, hang on. Are you Russian, Anushka? Are you Russian? What are you? We're Russian friendly here. Don't worry. We're everything friendly here. You know, not almost everything. So I'm going to read that again. Koberger claims he had ineffective assistance from his attorney, that his plea was not entered knowingly or voluntarily because it was induced by unkept promises. And I'm just realizing I'm on the wrong microphone. Let me check. 1, 2, check. That's a little bit better. He specifically claims his attorneys didn't discuss evidence during the plea discussion that could help show his innocence, and that his attorneys promised his plea did not need to be truthful, despite his vehement denial of actual guilt. His attorneys promised he would get certain privileges, such as immediate contact visits, freedom of movement, and employment, and they shared elaborate lies of what a life sentence in death row life would look like. Did Brian Koberger think that prison life was going to be fun? Huh. Let's see. Brian Koberger says, quote, "My actual innocence is my truth, and the plea hinged on by false promises and blatant disinformation must be withdrawn." Many are asking, can he do that? So this article says that they've spoken with legal counsel. Ineffective counsel is something that I am familiar with because one of my friends was convicted of a marijuana charge back in the day. It was a manufacturing charge back, I think it was the end of the 90s or the beginning of the 2000s. And he was basically sentenced to life in prison here in New Jersey. It was a fairly famous case because the organization Normal got involved. And that's okay, Zeph. Good morning, Zeph. It's good to see you. So the organization called Normal was involved because his my buddy's first attorney was in fact a substance abuser who was having a great time before he went into courtroom. So ineffective counsel indeed. I believe that attorney was disbarred. But so yes, because so part of his plea agreement signed last year, Koberg answered a questionnaire that aimed to ensure he was pleading guilty of his own free will. Several prompts to which he answered yes were: are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily? Are you admitting to all the elements of the crime to which you're pleading guilty to? Do you understand if the court accepts your guilty plea, you may not be able to withdraw your plea at a later date? He answered yes to all of those. The 9-page survey goes over his constitutional rights, cognitive ability to enter the plea, an actual agreement, and his right to appeal, among other items, and was signed before he went before Judge Hippler. He waived his appeal rights, and that is significant. So this is why he's using the post-conviction route instead of an appeal. Interesting. How difficult is it to withdraw this guilty plea? The short answer is it's pretty difficult. Idaho Rule of Criminal Procedure 33C uses lenient, fair, and just reason standard before sentencing, but once the sentence is imposed, withdrawal is permitted only to correct a manifest injustice. Manifest injustice is a high standard to meet, requiring Koberger show he did not enter his plea voluntarily, wasn't informed of the consequences, or several other standards showing he did not have informed consent. He says his plea was based on false promises and blatant disinformation. How is he intending to improve that? It is a civil proceeding called a collateral proceeding where Kohberger will have the responsibility to prove his case. Didn't he represent himself at one point? I think he did. He would essentially need to show that his plea was rendered involuntary or unknowing by material misrepresentation from his lawyers or the state. I just became 85% smarter. These aren't working either. I can't see a thing, guys. I got to get new glasses. Hi, Ian. It's good to see you, honey. So he would need concrete, credible evidence to prove this. He would also need to explain why he said last year that he was making a plea of his own free will. Do we think we are going to get an apats judgment? No, guys, the judgment's going to stand. Like, this isn't going to go anywhere. So, does Brian Kohberger really think that this will work? Let's dip in. This guy he's something else. 4 of Cups. I got to do something. 9 of Cups. This is not the army that I signed up for. I want to go to lunch. I want to wear sandals. What precipitated this action? 2 of Cups, Spirit of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. He wants to get out and start a whole new life, which, duh, like what prisoner doesn't want to get out and start a whole new life? But this is a whole new life where he wants to leverage these crimes to make himself seem more dynamic and important. Who doesn't need a little lipstick? What do we say? Lipstick yes or lipstick no? I don't know. I try and come on here and not be super, super fussy, but here I am with blazing lipstick on. So he wants to start a whole new world. Is there a special lady or person in his life that is calling to him outside of prison? 8 of Wands, the Sun. Yeah, guys, ew. I'm going to tell you, I think that he wants to get out and start a life with somebody. He wants to get out, start a life with somebody, and just forget that this all happened. It's not really, I'm actually a scholar. What is he? What is he versus what he is not? What is he versus what he is not? What is he? This is what he is. What is he not? He's exactly what we see him as. The Sun, it's on full display, emotionally dysregulated. What is he not? A Knight of Swords telling the truth. He's just regretful that he got caught up in this whole situation, meaning prison, not the actual event. So I will be doing more work on Brian Kohberger because I think that that's something we need to look at. Julie, thank you for being here. I hope you're still here. We are reading with the Naked Heart Tarot, not the Sacred Heart Tarot. This is my Johnny Depp deck. Naked Heart. Naked. But let's see if there is another man coming into Julianne Vaca's life. Julianne, what do we got? Who's coming in? Who's coming in? Boom. Bada bing. Yes, but be patient in this moment. How pretty is this deck? And it reads beautifully. These animals just read so beautifully on the screen. I love it. So we've got over here Heart of Wands. That's Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, you are looking for somebody that's going to tickle your fancy. The Movement of Cups is the Knight of Cups. That is our little romancer. That's the engagement guy. He shows up with a ring. Stupid like a fox. Stupid like a fox. Not stupid like a fox. But we've got the Spirit of Wands here, which is thinking about what is going to tickle your fancy, what kind of excitement you want to be in. One caution for you is that this impatience, sometimes when we're impatient about bringing another man or another partner into our life, we just say, I just want anybody. If we ask the universe for just anything, you're going to get just anything. So if you say, I need a pair of shoes. My friend Rick Paul says this all the time. I need a pair of shoes from spirit.com, amazon.spirit is what he calls it, amazon.spirit. You're going to get a pair of shoes that are maybe 5 sizes too big. They may be the wrong color. They may be the wrong style. They may be really old fashioned. So we've got to be really, really specific. And when people are looking to partner up, I always tell them, do what I did. And you're going to make a list. You're going to make non-negotiables, like what you need a partner to have, what you need them to be like. You have to make this list and decide on what you want. And then we focus on that. So if you want somebody who's really funny, like my Gregopedia, can you say hello to the people?
Hello to people.
Hello to the people. Gregopedia is in the house. So if you want somebody funny, you can put that in. If you want somebody who is tall, dark, and handsome, like Gregopedia. Nothing?
Huh? I got headphones on. Sorry. What?
Oh, I'm prompting you. He's got headphones on. If you would like a non-listening husband like Gregopedia, you can put that on your list too.
Oh, stop it. You don't listen either, but you're deaf. That's different.
What?
Exactly.
What? Match made in heaven. Match made in heaven. So make a list of what you want, because other men are coming into your life, but you want to be sure that you order the right kind, Julie. So best of luck to you, Julie. What is your best foot forward for this? Boom. 6 of Cups. Do not go back into your database of X's. No X's. This one says absolutely nothing. Say it again. No X's, baby. X's and O's. We don't want those.
We don't go sour. You don't put it back in the refrigerator. You think it's going to get good again.
If the milk went sour, according to Gregopedia, don't put it back in the refrigerator and think that it's going to get fresh again. Greg likes sour milk, though.
No. Milk on the edge of sour.
He likes milk on the edge of going sour. And that's why he dated premenopausal me and married me, because I was milk that was going sour. He's actually told strangers that. So I am so shiny without the filter. Let's see if the filter works. My skin is not shiny. It is still thinking. StreamYard, get your act together. Get your act together. The filter was terrible yesterday and it's terrible today. So no X's, Julia and Vaca. Hopefully next time you show up, we're going to see a different last name. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. All right. Anushka. How much does Mudit care for? Oh, it's not a yes or no question. All right. We're going to use the Choose Your Own Adventure Tarot. This is like the Choose Your Own Adventure books. If you guys have never read these, basically what it says is you read a chapter and, it says you're at a door, you're solving a mystery, you're at a door, and you can either go up the stairs or down the stairs or through the door. Which do you choose? And if you say, I choose the door, it says, okay, go to page 50. And then you find out you walk out the door and like fall into an oubliette or something like that. They're super, super fun. The deck does not read like that, but it is super fun. Zeph, this one's for you. Are you ready? Watch what I'm doing. I did bend them. I'm trying not to bend them. The Johnny Depp deck is a little bit easier not to bend. All right. So how much does Mudit care for you? Like, does he love you? Ace of Pentacles. He's not looking for anything permanent now. He's reckless and wild. He is going around tasting all of the delectable treats that are near him. So looks like he's running around a little bit. He's still trying to figure out who he wants to be with and how he wants that to look like. So I just said that Julianne should write out the list about things that she wants. Mudit needs to do that as well. He needs to decide what he wants and where he wants to wind up at the end of his days, who he wants to snuggle up next to. So how does he feel about you specifically? How does he feel about you specifically? Let's see if we can get even closer on this. Knight of Swords. He likes talking to you. You are a contender, but not yet. Not the Zeph shuffle, indeed. Not yet. He's not ready to partner up permanently. He's not ready to do that. So don't freak out. Just he'll get there. He'll get there. He's still figuring out. We can't force him to do anything that is unusual. Guys, I just want to give you a little reminder. We got a half hour till the end of this live. We're still going. But after this, you are going to be magically transported over to the Tarot Guild. They're friends of mine. I just joined the guild last week, and they do readings over there. I dropped the link in there. You can go give it a reminder, drop a reminder on there, and it will take you right over. Oh, actually, that takes you just to the channel, but they do, the live is going to transport right over. What? Pardon? Who has 2 kids on the way? What? Who's got kids on the way? Who are we talking about? All right. All right. I don't know. All right. Anushka. There it is, Anushka. All right. So I don't know if that's somebody else who's rolling in here. Ian, do you mean in Canada or in the US? Aren't you in Canada? And indeed, you know, all of the entry-level jobs are gone. They're entry-level jobs that require a master's, and they're paying $20,000, $30,000 a year here in the US, and it's just bananas. So do we ever we'll look at Canada and the US. So in Canada, let's start with Canada. Do we ever get a universal basic income? Temperance, there will be some facsimile of it. 10 of Pentacles, the Fool. Canada, yes, I'm going to say in Canada, yes, there will be, but it's not, hi, Dora, it's not going to be like your whole income. They still want you to work. They still want you to supplement, but there is going to be a delivery system to you all. How soon can we expect that? Is it in the next year? Not in the next year. Is it in the next 5 years? Not in the next 5 years. 10? Not in the next 10. 20. 9 of Wands. In 20 years' time, we may see this supplemental income. And the way that I see it, let me grab this magical obsidian sphere from Otter Spirit. My partner, Otter Spirit, over here. I love Otter Spirit. You're going to be seeing a lot of drops from me regarding Otter Spirit. We have a little campaign going on right now. So in 20 years' time, what do we get? So how it will look is it is going to be like what we have here in the United States. You have Social Security. Some of us have Social Security. I'm Gen X. We probably don't have it for me, but you apply for your Social Security and they give you some kind of a sustenance payment, you know, some kind of a supplemental payment to whatever money you have saved up, to whatever you have going on in your world financially. So it's more of that. And at 18, I do think that there is going to be the initiation process where they say you can accept this money now, or you can put it into a fund that the government is going to handle, and it could potentially grow. So it's almost like a 401k. And hi, Resurrection. Yeah, 20 years from now is kind of yeah, I agree with Resurrection there. I think we're gonna be struggling a little bit. There's a lot of psychics that read beyond 2030 and they can't see a thing. And there's some discussions about that. The discussion is that if you can't see that time period, you may not be here. You may, if you're remote viewing it, you may not be here. You may be one of the dearly beloveds that have gone on. I have not specifically done readings on the state of the world, 50 years from now, 20 years from now. Let me just grab a little blot. But now I'm going to, because now all of my psychic friends have been talking about what is in the immediate future for the world. And so I think I'm going to start remote viewing into the future. Let me know if you would like some readings on that. So I'm more than happy to do that for you. It's as a prophet, Messiah, Savior, Anointed One, Resurrection, Archangel, Saint Michael. It's my inheritance and your tenants. Thanks, Resurrection. Very cool. Very cool. It's good to have you here. Do you have a channel, Resurrection 2.2? Do you have a channel? What are you doing over there with your lion? It's Leo season. Where my Leos at? Where my Leos at? All right. So yes, I do think universal basic income for Canada. What about the US? Look at that. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at that. Look at that. The US, I think the US is going to have it too. But it is going to be dependent on who is in charge. I know, Zeph, I don't like these cards either. I think it seems kind of crazy. It's going to depend on who's in charge. So we're going to see this in 5 years. Nope. 10 years. Nope. 20 years. Nope. 30 years. 30 years. 30 years down the road. 30 years down the road. Debbie, you got to give me more information about that. I don't even know. Clive Aldermind. I don't even know who that is. Hi, Vic. Good to see you. I got it. Guys, don't forget, support the channel. There's a PayPal link up at the top. You can donate there, or you can do super chat, super stickers. This is my full-time job. I do this. I'm not just YouTube. Do my own thing. So before I go any further, because I just want to, Zeph said yes, because lazy people get to live off the people that work hard. Glad to see I won't be here to say it. I want to point out something. I had an epiphany. I was doing readings until about 12:30 last night. And thank you, Debbie. Thank you. I literally was working from like 7 o'clock in the morning until 12:30 last night. And then one of my friends called me because there were weird lights in the sky. So Greg and I had to go out, went all the way out to the road, and we were looking at the lights in the sky. And we're not sure if we saw UFOs or drones or what. We don't know what we saw, but we saw some lights. And I'm going to be pulling out the telescope later on. So I think it does too, Ian, for disabled, but I do think that they're going to give you an option to take your payment now or let it compound somewhere else. Thank you, Zeph, for dropping that PayPal link, guys. If you want to support the channel, you can go over. No amount is too big. No amount is too small. Oh, Vic, you are fantastic. Look at that, Vic. I hope you're a subscriber. It's good to have you here. I'm going to get to your question in just a second. So I do think we're going to see some basic income support. It's going to be for 20 years. We're going to see that, but I think it's going to be like an either or. You can get a little bit of money now, or you can drop it into a government account that is going to compound like a 401k. Those of you that don't know what 401k is, that is an employer investment. You can take money out of your paycheck. A lot of some employers will match it, and it just sits in there and it's invested, and it hopefully makes a lot of money for you to use when you retire. So, Patrick, I'm 2 coffees deep, baby. I got some espresso in me. Woo! Patrick, it is good to see you. And I love your profile picture. Everybody give Patrick a warm welcome. Patrick is a welcome tarot maniac in here. I love this guy. Patrick, I'm going to be live on Facebook and Instagram tonight at 8:00 if you want to come over and help out. So guys, I am branching out. I used to do live streams for all of my social medias, but I've been very, very neglectful of YouTube and Instagram. And I'm going to go over and do an exclusive live for them tonight at 8:00. If you would like to join us, it would be great. I think we're going to be adding in a TikTok night too. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Patrick, you know what I'm talking about. You guys know, like, after I'm done with the day, I just want to go out on the lanai and have a smoke and curl up in bed with a book. But tonight we're going to be doing some other stuff. So Patrick, hopefully he is going to be watching me and looking out for me. So I am the hardest working psychic on the internet. So I do think that we're going to get some of that. And I think it's going to be a very interesting thing. So we'll check that. I want to thank Vic for his $10 super chat. We are going to skip right ahead and check it out right here. Debbie, I'm going to get to you right after this. So sit tight. Sit tight. Debbie is up next. If you want a personal reading, let me know. Don't forget, my birthday sale is going on through the end of this week. So if you want to get a private reading with me, take advantage of that. And there are 0 takers on the Pay What You Can for this week. So there's 3 Pay What You Can half-hour readings that are available. You guys can come in and get a full-scale reading with me for a half hour at a price that works for you. So let's see how Thomas Markle Sr. is doing. I'm actually going to switch up the decks. Reminder to everybody, in 19 minutes, we're actually going to magically transport over to the Tarot Guild. Please stay with me. Go over there, meet these people. They're super, super nice. You're going to love them. All right. So here we go, Buttercups. How is Thomas Markle Sr. doing? I'm going to do a little remote view on this as well. Oh, sorry, guys. I just hit a button that I shouldn't have. Sorry about that. Oops. All right. How is Thomas Markle Sr. doing on July 28th at 1:42 p.m. New York time? How is Mr. Markle doing? How's he doing? Been through a lot. He's been through a lot. Movement of Swords. That is the Knight of Swords. Is he getting ready to say something? 10 of Swords. 7 of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. And the Heart of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups. I think Thomas Markle Sr. is about to put an end to some stories. And, let's grab my orb and my magical amethyst wand. Let's see what we can get. He's going to put to bed the rumor that he said that Meghan had a hysterectomy. Don't fight me in the comments, guys. Don't give me a hard time. But I know that a lot of people attribute Thomas Markle Sr. and Jr. to the story that Meghan had a hysterectomy. And I think that that is going to get cleared up. I think he's going to say that was something that was started outside of our family, outside of our PR and our understanding. I think he is going to clarify some negative things that have been said about Meghan. It is not out of mercy for her, but rather it is out of, clearing the smoke away, How is this going to work out for him? The Star, Ace of Cups, and the Two of Wands. I think this is an attempt to kind of reconnect those situations. Is Thomas Markle Sr. seeing all of the talk about restoring the relationship with the Crown? Is he thinking that maybe there's a chance for restoration? No. Oh, wait. But wait, there's more. Yes. He thinks that perhaps she used poor judgment and she's willing to transform and come back in to reason. Unfortunately, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. Will he ever see or hear his daughter again? There is a secret hope, like a deathbed reunion. Is that on his part? That's on his part. He wants her to come and look at that. Same cards, guys, and I shuffled them. Same cards, not transforming. I got you. I got you, Jen. I got you. We've got all kinds of stuff going on with that guy, and I'm gonna read for that next, and then I think we're gonna have to call it a day. Okay, so or not call it a day. We're all gonna go over to the Tarot Guild, so we're gonna have some fun over there. I do think that he's under a scarce hope that if they reconnect with the king, that there's a chance for him. But she's not going to do that, guys. She's not going to do it. She's not going to do it. But he's hoping for a deathbed restoring of their relationship. That's right now on July 28th. So, okay, Zeph. No worries. We're just having a talk here. No worries. No worries. All right, let's get into this. So we've got hot questions, guys. So did Sir Clive Alderman, spelling, resign out of protest from the king for Harry coming back? Was it a reaction to this last trip? Let's see. Five of Cups, gravely disappointed. That is disappointment right there, guys. My camera is a little crooked. Let's straighten this sucker out. Let's see. There we go. Don't rock the boat, baby, rock the boat, tip the boat over, rock the boat, baby, rock the boat. Oh, this is the guy who Harry called the Wasp. Okay. Five of Cups. So he's disappointed in the king. What was in the past? Heart of Wands. So that's the Queen of Wands. You have to take action. He wanted the king to manage the situation. In the present, the Sun, it is obvious that the king is Six of Cups, Five of Wands, and the Fool. He is forgetting about what happened in the past. The king is forgetting about what happened in the past. The king is blind to the discord that was there when Harry and Meghan were there. And he is marching forward as the Fool, going, how bad could it be? How bad could it be? How bad could it be? So what is our future for Sir Clive? Nine of Pentacles. He is getting out and saving his own skin. So this guy, it's not that like he's going to get in trouble for this, but he's getting out and living with his own morality, temperance. He doesn't want to be involved in this. He's transforming into a retired person, I believe. I think he's just going to retire. But He does not want to be a part of this. It's going to add too much stress into his life. It's going to be chaos and stress. And it's going to be the hardest I've ever worked, is his thinking here. It's going to be the hardest I've ever worked. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So let me see. We had the second part of this question. So he was the architect. He's retiring next MWT 2027. I think he's basically retiring now. Is this a signal that we have a half in, half out coming? You know, so I'm going to do a little bit of psychic stuff here. We're going to pull, is this a half in, half out? We'll just leave that here for now. I keep seeing Harry and Meghan in a very bucolic countryside. It is decidedly an English countryside. And I keep seeing them sans children, no kids. I see no kids in this house, but it is the house that it's very similar. I shouldn't say it's the house, but it's a very similar house to the converted barn that they had in the Cotswolds while they were waiting for Frogmore Cottage to be finished. Very similar to that. There's lots of land. They walk out. There's nothing around them. But it is a notable, it reminds me of the house that's next door to us, which basically it was a new construction, but it looks like a converted barn. And it kind of looks like that. It's like, it looks out of place in the English countryside to me, because I want, like, you know, the Alice in Wonderland, like thatched roof, like the kind of curvy lines on the roof. I want that. Thatched roofs are very cool. Very, very cool. My parents have a PVC thatched roof on their pool house, and it was the first one outside of first one in a residential home. And it was developed by the designers that designed Disney World and Disneyland. So it was pretty cool. But it looks, it's PVC, but it's a thatched roof. It's super cool.
It's been Imagineers.
No, the Imagineers are something else.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Mark Corral was almost an Imagineer. Oh my gosh! I said his full name.
His full name.
Let me give you his address too.
You have his address.
I'll give you his address.
Too?
Yeah, he actually got a $10,000 credit from the electric company at one point, but that's another story. But yeah, he almost became an Imagineer, and I yelled at him. I'm like, "Why didn't you do that?" And he was like, "It's Disney. I don't want to be Disney adult." But so anyway, I see them out in this English countryside, but I don't see them with children. I don't see them with children. And they are just, I don't want to say that they are corralled into this space. They are given a really, really big space to just exist. And one of the conditions that will be on this is they are allowed to do social media there. Not allowed to have like interviews and craziness like that, or be filming, you know, have like TV shows, but they're allowed to do social media on a small scale there. I think they're allowed to use their phones, maybe not like a full-blown studio. Like I have a full-blown studio down here, and like I don't think they'll be allowed to do like a full-blown studio. But I do think that they are trying to provide Meghan with an environment where she can attempt to continue this influencer life. But let's be frank, influencer life is dying. It is absolutely dying. And I'm saying that as an influencer who uses social media for their living. But I do think they'll try and create a solution for her for that. Now, Harry is being given grace in this environment to just wake up late, have breakfast, and go walk around in circles for a few hours. Like that's the intention. The intention is not to have them out and about working. I don't think they're going to be Vic. Excellent description. Fancy house arrest indeed. It's going to be you stay in this spot. You know, you've told us that you are absolutely positively under scrutiny by all these nefarious forces. Stay in this beautiful home. We'll have a great time. You can play board games all day long, and you can take your dogs for walks, and no one will care. There's a lot of acreage around them. I don't know. We don't call it acreage in the United Kingdom, but there's a lot of property like you can see for miles, but it's not near the coast.
Huge tracts of land.
Huge tracts of land. Huge. But Father, the curtains. If you guys knew how many times a day, like we say, the curtains, or quote like Monty Python, we're ridiculous over here, but you know, it's a good life. It's a good life, kids. It's a good life. So, there's a lot of land around them, and it's very misty. I do see some hills. I see some hills in the distance, maybe not mountains. It does not feel like Scotland. But I don't think that this is a place that Megan is really, this is not a California life. So is this the half in and half out? 3 of Swords says no. So what I'm seeing is the plan that is going to be offered. Are they going to take that plan? Nope, they hate it. Hated it. So what then? What then? What then? It's like a house in the middle of nowhere. It's isolation. It's a very, very lovely cage to put them in. It's a lovely cage. We're going to pay for all your stuff. We're going to take care of everything. Food, horses, pets, everything's going to be taken care of. But you got to stay here. So why will they not take it? 9 of Cups, 5 of Swords, and the Star. There's no excitement. So we all saw Megan rolling in at MasterChef Australia. She walked in like it was a runway. We saw the outside footage too, where she was shaking off her hands and flicking and just had a face like thunder until her cue. And then she went in. Allegedly, she was upset that they called her Meghan Markle, or because they called her Duchess. Who knows? What are we calling her? Griftomania? I think Griftomania is a great name for her. So I think the fanfare, I'm a star. I am a big, bright, beautiful star, and everyone should see me. And you are denying the world my presence, my husband. Where is Mark Dolan at? I love that guy. I love Mark Dolan. My husband. I almost say it like him. So I think the argument is going to be, well, Meg is a person of prominence in the world. People need to see her. People need to see her. The world needs to see Meg. And I think the social media concession is not good enough. But for us today, I think that was good enough. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me see. I think I got everybody. I got everybody. Oh, that's fantastic. I dropped that comment down. So guys, once again, I'm going to let you know, there's 20 of us in here. Follow me over to the Tarot Guild. As soon as we end this live, we're going to magically transport right over there. YouTube's going to do all the magic in the background. I set this up so that we could get over there. And I want you to give Dax and the panel a big howdy do. I think I'm allowed to go up on the panel, but I don't know if they need to know that in advance. So you're off to bed. Okay. Night, night, Debbie. Night, night, sweetie pie. Remember, delegate your responsibilities. But all 22 of us that are still here, let's all go over to the Tarot Guild. And I'm going to check with Dax right now and see if I can go up on the panel. And they'll probably want me to introduce myself, but I'll introduce all of you. Hopefully, my filter will be better over there. So, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the new faces and my one and only lonely super chat from Vic. I appreciate you, Vic. Vic, I hope you're a member. I hope you're a subscriber. Would love to see you in the chat a little bit more. Not because you did a super chat, just because it is nice to see some new names up on the screen. Guys, don't forget tonight, 8 o'clock, I'm going to be live on Instagram and Facebook. We're going to give this a try. Usually when I go live on there, I haven't done it in a while. I have like 3 people watching, but we're going to see if we can get more than 3 people watching. All right, kids, I am out of here. Thank you so much. We will be live again Friday morning for members into the general population. Also, I may be live tomorrow night because Barney is, oh, you are, Vic. Okay, good. That's all right. You can always chat. I like the people that lurk. I like the people that chat. Barney is going to be obligated for the next couple of weeks. So we may just hold off on Love in the End Times for a little bit. That's my Wednesday night live, but I might replace it with a live tarot live at 8 o'clock at night. So stay tuned for that. Keep your eyes peeled. I may do it tomorrow night. And we've got the run up to college. So I want to make sure that I'm doing as much FaceTime with you guys as possible. All right, kids, let's head on over to the Tarot Guild. I'll see you in a little while. Bye-bye for now.